It's a pleasant welcome to another edition of the Star Good Morning Show. Today being the 1st August 2019. We broadcasting live from our Media One Center 3 Mama Street, Brookfields in Freetown. My name is Abdul Rahman Kamara. Top stories in the program. The Minister of Information and Communications, Mohammed Rahman Swari, while officially opening a 3-day conference on ICT Forum 19, noted that the transformational impact of the broadband on people's lives is no longer questionable, though there are challenges related to access gap and infrastructure, but maintained that these challenges could be successfully addressed given the timeliness of the ICT Forum in building the broadband strategy for the future. The Deputy Secretary, Publicity Secretary for the main opposition All People's Congress Party, CDI Tunis, has described the pronouncement of the Sierra Leone People's Party parliamentary candidate Josephine Jackson in one of the sister television stations, intimating that former President Anes Baikoroma was leading the campaign for the opposition candidates as unfortunate and demand an apology to the leadership of the party. I have with me in the studio as my guest Bridget Modupe Anwantin. Am I right? Amwantin, great. She's a CEO for the Lambano SL Limited. She's here to talk to me as a participant to the TDF Forum. Great to have you in the studios.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Good. Also here is Anthony Durin, who is President-elect for the Student Union, Milton Magai College of Education, the 3 campuses put together. Great to have you in the studio.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
So how did you describe your victory?
It was really great. It was really great. And
do challenging.
Yes, do. But we really enjoy the peace and harmony shared amongst us as students of MMCET.
Okay. Was there that collective resilience by students to stay away from violence?
Yes, sure.
Because most often student election have been characterized or underscored with some amount of violence.
Yes, sir. And there is one thing that we believe, that what makes MMCT a great institution is not itself, but it is the character and personality of its students. And at this point in time, as aspirants we were before, we went further and talked to our voters to engage in non-violence and also try to be in harmony to see that MMCT has a positive face lived in society.
This could be one of many of your vision. I'll come to you so that we talk about it. Bridget, how was your participation in the TDF?
Okay, TF is Tony Elumelu Foundation. It's a forum that I participated in. I am an alumni of 2017.
Okay.
So in 2017, there was this competition all around Africa. I applied and I won amongst the first 1,000 people that came, that won the grant. It's a grant. And in that grant or in that award, it has training package, networking and meetup. So this one, the 2 days is like the cohorts, like a training session, face-to-face meeting. So as an alumni, I was privileged to attend, not just in 2017 that I won, but also in 2019. I went to the forum and I also participated in the UBA Marketplace. So for UBA Marketplace, I had to go and display my products that were made in Sierra Leone. It was a great hit.
Okay, we will really come to talk about your onward participation and perhaps what you learned from this forum. Remember, the Star Good Morning Show is proudly sponsored by Local Commercial Bank.
SIM Couple allow old and young to make deposit and withdraw cash from their account at any time and anywhere. With Local Commercial Bank SIM Couple, you can send and receive money at any place and any time. Local Commercial Bank don't make life better for we all.
You most welcome back from that commercial break. Indeed, you have to do business with Local Commercial Bank. I would advise, while doing this business, try to see how you can become a part of the bankable population of Local Commercial Bank. Great. The Minister of Information and Communications, Mohammed Rahman Swari, while officially opening a 3-day conference on ICT Forum 19, noted that the transformational impact of a broadband on people's lives is no longer questionable, though there are challenges relating to access gaps and infrastructure, but maintained that these challenges could be successfully addressed given the timeliness of the ICT forum in building the broadband strategy for the future. My colleague Sienna Wright has details of this report.
Minister of Information and Communications Mohammed Rahman Soare, whilst officially opening the 3-day conference on ICT Forum 19, noted that the transformational impact of broadband on people's life is no longer questionable, though there are challenges relating to access gaps and infrastructure, but maintained that these challenges would be successfully addressed given the timeliness of the ICT Forum in building the broadband strategy for the future.
They can ensure that our schools in remote regions and inner cities have access to the latest information tools. They link rural healthcare to providers. They link rural healthcare providers to leading medical centers and local law enforcement to national information grids. Individuals and local businesses can go global in search of low-cost, quality vendors, and web-based tools can increase community involvement. By boosting the economic and social well-being of communities, broadband can reduce the incentives for their young people to move away in search of opportunities, in very debilitating circumstances, and a better quality of life, but only if communities know how to put that to effective use. Madam Acting Secretary General, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, broadband as the 21st century, what electricity was, so the industrial age, having transformative effect on how people live, work, and do business, empowering individuals with previously unimaginable capacities and global reach. By redefining the way in which industries, individuals, institutions, and governments all interact, broadband holds unique promise to create a more inclusive, innovative, and resilient society. To create a more inclusive and innovative society and enjoy the transformative benefits of having broadband available to all are clear, include improved learning, increased job creation, better community and civic engagement, improved trade and commerce, improved government services, facilitate social interactions, increase access to improved agriculture, health, by otherwise underserved communities with an overall impact of gross domestic products.
The Minister of Information and Communication noted that Sierra Leone's digital transformative agenda and how President Julius Maada Bio has prioritized human capital development as his flagship program and cited the free quality education for pre-primary, primary, junior and senior secondary schools with a 21% of the national budget allocated to education. The 3-day Commonwealth ICT Forum conference on the theme Broadband for Inclusive Digital Transformation will inform the future of the internet connectivity within Commonwealth countries, improving accessibility and enhance affordability. For Star News in Freetown, Sienna Wright reporting.
Thank you so much, Sienna Wright, for that comprehensive report. Let me come over to my guest, Anthony Durin, the President-elect for the Students' Union at the Milton Magai College of Education, put the 3 campuses together. And how do you intend to make a U-turn, by extension, enhancing your leadership during your tenure as President?
First and foremost, the plans I've put forward is to see that MMCT becomes a great institution as follows. 1, we have to ensure that quality education becomes a priority, and in my government we are going to ensure that accountability and transparency follows, next to welfare, sponsorship, and that of the aspect of empowering students in leadership capacities.
How do you intend to carry out, to roll out those ambitions of yours?
Well, I'm going to work hand in glove with other parties in my student body to ensure that they have a seat in various capacities and ensure that whatsoever plans and strategies we have put in place are implemented, and that I believe will come in the limelight of students' aspirations.
Did you at any point, given point in time, inherit a rather divided society at the Milton Magai College of Education? That one may want to know, what strategy have you put in place to ensure building the cohesion among students and unity?
First and foremost, I believe that in every student union body there are various ministries, and that which I believe I've done my research, I'm going to create a ministry that is going to ensure that it advocates for non-violence activities, all three campuses respectively.
So how does the composition of your executive reflects on the building blocks of unity?
Well, it's going to be an inclusive one because, especially for my co-aspirants, I'm going to ensure that they become part of my cabinet, and that I believe will become more formidable and positive.
Have they congratulated you already?
Sure, we have congratulated ourselves before even the result was not even noticed out. Yes.
Anthony, what's before your aspiration, or rather what drove your aspiration to the presidency? What were some of the challenges you might have spotlighted that you, given out the opportunity as a president, you may want to address?
I believe that students over time have been having problems with the aspect of late publishing of grades and also the learning conditions.
Whose fault is that?
Well, actually, there are times you can see that it might even tend to be the way and manner in which the system was being programmed, but now we're having a platform where we are being seen that our issues are being addressed. So that's what we believe in.
I'm still not convinced with that explanation. How do you hope to address that?
Well, I'm going to work hand in glove with the administration beforehand, especially before the academic year begins.
Then I come back to the question, whose responsibility that to actually for the late publish of grades?
Well, I believe that if grades are being submitted before time, it won't be a difficult one. So
are you sure you believe that?
Yeah, sure. That's why I'm going to work hand in glove to see that these issues are being addressed, because notwithstanding, we want to see that students find it very simple and easy on their course of studies.
Is a question of accommodation not a challenge at all?
Yeah.
Is it not?
Well, it's all good, if I can say, but in as much as we are seeing these things happening, everything...
Are all the students at Miltimaga, especially the Godrich campus, encamped?
If they are...
Encamped?
Not yet, because we are trying to see that they all become part of the system.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Here's Anthony Durin, the president-elect for the Miltimaga College of Education. Let me come over to Bridget. Bridget, you said you're an alumni of the 2017 TEF?
Yes, please.
Great. Is it a call to application to be part of the TEF?
Yes, there is a call. The process starts on the 1st of January every year. So there is normally a call, and also it's published on a lot of WhatsApp group, on newspapers, because the call is for the whole of Africa. You imagine the whole of Africa gathered in one place, the kind of energy that it will portray or it will bring out. 1,000 minds of that current year, plus the previous ones, we all come together. So there is always a call, January 1st. The application process has a deadline. Everybody is free to apply as long as you have an idea, and the application process is simple. It's also online. So what you do, you have your idea, you take your idea and maybe you do some polishing or tweaking, make sure that it will wow the judges, make sure that your application is unique and it's also scalable, because the program is looking for entrepreneurs that can change Africa. You know, we believe that the change for Africa lies within us. We can bring out that change. So that's why they are putting out this call. And then when you are selected, you get to go through a training, entrepreneurship training. You get to go through financial trainings. And it's like...
And you've benefited from all of this?
Sure, I have.
And how has those training been able to enhance your entrepreneurship capability?
For me, it has gone a long way, because, you know, in putting up a building, You need block upon block, precept upon precept. So when you get here a little, there a little. So for me, I got a lot of knowledge and training on marketing. I got training on making meetings, selling your products, putting out your brand promises, financial management, and all the rest of it. So it has been good. The next thing I want to talk about that for me was also a great hit is the network. Imagine you have to network with 1,000 people in Africa, from all over Africa, what they bring to the table each. Imagine you can ask somebody to help you. Maybe it's not like you don't have all of the resources in country. You can like ask somebody from Zambia, can you help me with this one? You can ask somebody from Kenya, do you have this in Kenya? You can ask somebody from Ghana. You can ask anybody, and everybody is willing, because during the training we are taught that we are supposed to help each other. As an African, you don't want to succeed alone. You succeed with people. You carry people along so that we all succeed and grow together. So it has been great.
Let me borrow the words of Tony Melo himself, where he said, we are compelled to focus on what really matters. Our youth and their dreams. The message to Africa's emerging business giant is a clear one. How and what can you contribute to the growth and development of Africa? How long have you established your business?
Okay, my business was established in 2012. That was when we were registered, but we started operation in 2017 proper. We registered the business, but we had a lot of hiccup and issues, so it never took off. But in 2017, it actually took off. We started producing, we started like doing some things, and now we've come a long way.
So the question now is, what was your placement in the UBA market during this forum?
Wow. Okay, UBA marketplace, it was also advertised, and the competition that I applied for, and I was the one selected from Sierra Leone. Every country in Africa went with one person. So I am the Sierra Leonean that was selected. I was fortunate and blessed to be selected. So I went with my...
After the application?
Yes, after the application process. It was an open application that was advertised everywhere. So I went with my products, Lambano brand products. What we do is we deal with food stuff, whether food for animal or food for human consumption. And all of what we do is natural, organic food stuff. So I went with the food stuff to the marketplace. I went with our raw organic honey. I went with the other honey products that include honey mixtures. I went with our tea. I went with things like ogiri, kenda, beni. And the first thing that happened was they were wowed by the packaging and presentation. You know, people have the idea that as African food, it has to be like down, 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 down. No respect. But what Lambano does is to give the respect and preeminence that our food stuff deserve. For example, an ogiri like this, you will not be afraid to go anywhere with it. It can stand the test of times. So it's putting our food stuff on the map. And that was what I did at that marketplace. Thanks to UBA Marketplace for selecting me, because I wasn't a disappointment for them. It got to a point they wanted to know where were these products coming from. It's like sometimes we have the thinking that some good things might not come from certain people. So I had to ensure that it was written on my stall, made in Sierra Leone products. Our flag was there, green, white and blue, because we needed to fly the flag high of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is not supposed to be in the news just for bad things. Good things must also take Sierra Leone to the news. So that one for me was great, because I did not just go, but I went with Sierra Leone. I went knowing that I'm carrying the whole of Sierra Leone behind me, and I need to make Sierra Leone proud. And our products received a very great welcome. Things like our natural organic honey.
How did you come to that estimation?
Because of the way I sold. I was sold out. For example, the honey was sold out in no time. They were asked, even the one I opened to try to give to people to taste, somebody came to buy it. So it's not like I am making estimation or whatever. People that know me will tell you that I don't walk around with small amounts of products. I actually always go with enough and to spare.
Okay, Bridget, quickly, let's come back home. A couple of months back, the decision by the then Minister of Trade and Industry, who is now the Minister of Works, Peter Bayoko Conte, and I'm sure it's a government continuity program, is trying to enhance the made in Sierra Leone products, and it requires every products made in Sierra Leone to have a space in all of these market stores, could be it's the supermarket, wherever. Given that you're coming with this initiative, is there any possibility for us to have a scene of all of these things, like a St. Mary supermarket, you go to the Freetown supermarket, or will I be in place to actually have, if I want to have the raw honey, to get it from the Freetown supermarket or anywhere?
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I would like to say thank you to the government and thank you to the then minister. You know, previously when we take our products to the supermarket,
They were rejected.
They will reject. They will tell you we have no space, we have no this, we have no that. But since that measure was put in place, the date the minister gave, I saw the minister in his vehicle going from shop to shop, checking whether his orders were followed. That one prompted supermarket to start calling us. So as I speak with you, I have product in St. Mary supermarket, Hill Station. I have product in Town Price, Congo Cross. I have product in Fairway supermarket, Wilkinson Road. I have product in a lot of mini marts like the Total mini marts in the east, and I'm also looking out to get more shops. I have also product at Delicious Hypermarket Aberdeen. I also have product at Foodlands Aberdeen. So now it's not that difficult to get your product into these supermarkets. It's a little bit easier. It's just that sometimes we could look at the presentation or the positioning of these products are enhanced. Even though the minister says it should be like people must see it first, but the supermarkets must also give a buy-in and trust our products. For example, sometimes people don't value what they have except they see other people coming to take. For example, this tea, I have gone with it to Ghana, I have gone with it to Nigeria. The way the market accepted it was awesome. And also in Sierra Leone, people are buying it. But we also need to give a buy-in to our own product, make our product stand out. My presentation is excellent. It's not just excellent presentation I aim for. I also aim for excellent taste. You cannot buy my product and regret. For example, when I say this is ogiri, it's 100% ogiri. I don't do additives or preservatives. I don't do adulteration. It's not like you will buy and be afraid. No. Also, it's easy to travel. It's travel safe. You can go with it to any airport. It has 3 languages. You can read it. So that's why that also helps my product selling at the UBA marketplace, because it was not just English speaking African that were there. People that were speaking French, it was easy for them. They looked at my product. They could know what's inside without me having to explain too much to them. So our local market must be able to accept and also push our products forward. That's what I want to
Are you
say.
in touch with the Food and Nutrition Directorate of the Ministry of Health and Sanitation? I'm asking the question advisedly on the basis that perhaps I may have the intention of taking this along to the UK or the USA. It got stuck at the Lungi International Airport for one reason or another. Maybe if that has been purely certified by the Directorate of Food and Nutrition, that could be very easy for me to take it along.
On a normal base, when you want to travel with any food products, you take it for certificates or permission to travel with it. So there is also a Port Health desk at Lungi.
Okay.
So normally when I go with these my products, for example, I've taken them to Europe. It's not just in Africa I travel with them. I've taken them to Europe, Germany, Holland, Belgium. I've taken all of them. So I take certification from Port Health. It's either at Lunge or E building. I'm also in conversation with the Standards Bureau. So very soon I'll have a Standards Bureau number or code on, say, ogiri. ogiri that you can travel on a flight with, that will not give disturbance to the people.
Okay.
So we need to take the effort and meet these standards. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, two things really comes to mind now. Let's look at the food value of this, because I'm seeing here you have this the raw honey, you have the honey ginger itself. So I may be curious to know what are the food value of these, and that's the first question. The second question: how do you intend to create a very huge market that will create a kind of employment opportunity for young people?
Okay, first of all, the food value. Long ago, people used to eat just to fill their stomach, but now people want to eat because they want food that will heal them, because of the health value of food. Let's say honey. This honey that I'm selling is coming from forest reserve of Loma Mountains. The bees that produce this honey, they don't eat chemical, they don't eat pesticides. They only feed from the nectars of the wild flowers of the Loma Mountain Forest Reserve. So it is 100% organic honey. We don't do adulteration. You know, honey brings about energy. Honey has a lot of health benefits, and people are moving from sugar to honey these days. And then the honey ginger, as you spoke about, we know the value of ginger. Ginger is not just to make ginger beer. Ginger brings about a lot of health value. Some people use it for different things, maybe cold, maybe joint pain. And when you mix honey and ginger together, it's not just food, it also acts as a health tonic, natural, no side effect. Same thing with honey cinnamon, honey garlic. Even this tea, it's a normal tea. A lot of people used to drink this tea when they were younger, but now it wants to become extinct. So what I do is to bring it to the limelight. It's called Gambeti bush in our local language, and then it's also, some people call it Kinkeliba tea. It's called the long life herbal tea of West Africa. It has a lot of health values. It helps to detox the system. You can drink it with milk, you can drink it just like that. It's not just tea like you drink any kind of tea. It's tea with health values. It's tea that heals. Ogiri is made up from 100% sesame seed, beni seed, what we call beni. So what does ogiri does? Ogiri is fermented. It brings about the good bacteria in your stomach. It's also our people growing up, our people did not used to cook MSG, but now MSG wants to take over. It is chemical, it has a lot of side effects. So you use ogiri and you don't need to do this MSG business. Lambano ogiri is the game changer. It enhances your food. It gives your food that wow, that takes it from the ordinary level, and it also has health benefits.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The MSG is
monosodium glutamate.
Okay.
And then we have kenda. You know, okay, one of the things I took to the marketplace is a kenda. Kenda is made from African locust beans. In every part, most parts of West Africa, it's called a different name. It's used in a different form.
So in Ghana?
In Ghana, it's called dawadawa. In Nigeria also, it's called dawadawa iru, or iru in different language. What do they use it for? They use it to cook. In the place of, it also helps them with Maggi. So they were like shocked to see that iru, which is in their language, African locust bean, can come without the offensive odor. So that one attracted them to buy some and try it.
Okay. So on the question of creating a huge market that will create employment for young people,
we are just
which is a key objective of the government addressing the question of
we are just starting now. We have created employment for 10 people. Myself and other people adding will be 12. So when our business grow and we are marketing it, we are not just sitting down, because we need people to get awareness, because the more markets we create, the more employment we'll be able to create. So we do a lot of marketing, we produce excellent, and we get mouth-to-mouth referrals. These are not just the products that we do. What we are doing is to get convenience, making African foodstuff an African foodstuff store where people can go and get things ready for their pot. We also do fish, different kinds of fish. We also do palm oil. It's like you walk into a place, you must be able to shop and cook. We do vegetables, plazas, ready for your pot, hygienically prepared, presented in an excellent manner, so that you can even pick up your phone. You said, oh Lambano, today I want to do cassava leaves, I'll pick my bag after 5 o'clock. When you come at 5 o'clock or 5:30, everything is ready for your pot. And even if you desire, we can deliver to your doorstep. We sell convenience. We make life easy for working class people by saving time.
Are you a nutritionist?
I did not study nutrition when I was going to school, but because of this, I've studied a lot of nutrition.
That's great. Bridget Modupe, stay with me in the studio. I'll come back to you. We'll continue to discuss on this very important aspect. The Deputy Public Secretary for the main opposition, All People's Congress Party, CDA Tunis, has described the pronouncement of the Sierra Leone People's Party parliamentary candidate Josephine Jackson in one of the sister television stations, intimating that former President Ernest Bai Koroma was leading the campaign for the opposition candidate as unfortunate and demands an apology to the leadership of the party. When he visited our studios, I spoke to him on why he believed he ought to make a statement. I'm here with the Deputy Publicity Secretary for the main opposition, All People's Congress Party, CDA Tunis. Mr. Tunis, you're most welcome to Star Television.
Thanks for having me.
We've seen the press release by the Political Parties Registration Commission banning all outward campaign for the rerun election at Godrich. But before the press release was issued, we saw where during the campaign for the APC, there was a flare of political violence, and in the views of many people, much of the blame has been accredited to the All People's Congress Party, that you actually perpetrated the act of violence. This according to even one of the contestants for the SRPP. What is the true story?
First of all, we welcome the PPRC press release because it is evident that there are some misguided elements within the SLPP that are hell-bent on derailing democratic gains for the past 20 years, 10 years plus under President Kaba, and then 10 years under President Ernest Bai Koroma. We've seen repeated attacks on All People's Congress since this government came into power, and we have seen the trend continuing. Now, the disturbing part even is that these SLPP folks are now being aided by elements within the Sierra Leone police. That day was a day designated to us by the National Electoral Commission to rally. I mean, we went, we did launching officially, and we processed along Godrich up to Femitona, and on our way back we were to have a meeting at the community center just along Hamilton Village. People started pelting stones on our supporters. We had people that were stabbed in the abdomen. They are now being hospitalized. We had people incur injuries on the head. I mean, how can we perpetrate violence and then we incur injury? We have our supporters stabbed. Do you want to say we stabbed our own supporters? No, of course. I mean, you go to Hamilton now, all the houses with broken windows, broken doors are houses belonging to people that are now under detention, and these are all APC people. The fact is, on that day, the SLPP elements, aided by their candidate Josephine Jackson, had a very well orchestrated plan to attack, and they did attack, and they, disrupted our rally. They beat up our supporters, they injured them, and when our Deputy National Organizing Secretary went to the police to formally complain, he was arrested on the orders of a minister, not even the police, on the orders of a minister. So this is a well orchestrated plan by the SLPP to derail the democratic gains that we have had as a country for the past 20 years. Unfortunate and dangerous concocted lies by the SLPP, and this came from no less a person but the candidate herself. It was Josephine Jackson who said on Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation that she saw former President Ernest Bai Koroma during the rally in a vehicle with the APC candidate. Not only is that a blatant lie, but it is a deliberate attempt by Jackson to, one, disrespect the former president, and two, to even further bring chaos into the western area and the country at large. And I want to categorically state here that at no time was President Nkrumah ever at any rally. At no time on that day. The group went by Femi Turner, they stopped at his residence, he came out, stood at the gate, waved to the crowd, wished them luck, and went straight back into his compound. He never joined any rally, he was nowhere in any vehicle with anybody. So if this candidate can concoct such a lie on a public television, what else will she not do? And at this point, we demand, the All People's Congress demands Josephine Jackson to withdraw that statement with an apology with immediate effect, or else we will take actions against her that she will not imagine. We won that seat in 2018 with more than 8,000 votes, and we are even going to win it with a bigger margin. They've seen that. That is why they're doing all of this. They think by perpetrating violence on the people of Hamilton, Goderich, and constituency 110 at large, people will be afraid to vote for their candidates. No, the people of that constituency know who the winner is. They know which party is a better party. They know that there is no way Josephine Jackson can deliver for them. Already, most of the stakeholders in the community have been arrested and detained on lies concocted by her. So how would they vote for her? We have always been law-abiding.
To stay calm.
We should continue in that manner. They should stay calm. We have a timetable. We are going to ask for clearance from the same police for those days that have been designated. Now the PPRC has come up with a statement that no rallies, but as I speak, the SLPP is out on the streets rallying in the same constituency, even where a press release has come out from the PPRC. So that tells you who really is violating the laws of this country. This is the SLPP. There is no way you'll find APC on the street rallying after such press release. But these people have no regard for the rule of law. They have no regard for democracy. They have no regard for human rights. And that is why it is very, very difficult for us to be able really to deal with them in such a constructive manner. We, as a party, will remain law-abiding. All the atrocities that are being levied on our supporters by the Sierra Leone police and the SLPP, we have catalogued everything with the evidences, and very soon we'll start now tabling formal complaints with the International Criminal Court.
He's Sidi Tunis, the Deputy Public Secretary for the main opposition All People's Congress Party, ending that interview. Anthony, let me come over to you. What's your principal vision for the college during your tenure as president, and by extension, how will you love to be remembered as one-time president of the Student Union, president of the Milton Magai College of Education?
My vision is that I want to see MMCT becomes a technical university, and that's what we are all hoping and praying for, and also to see that our institution becomes a very conducive and enabling learning environment for students, an institution wherein it empowers students, an institution that creates the pace, and notwithstanding that, an institution that provides for all students' needs. And if I can say, I just want to say thanks to the administration for providing sponsorship for us, wherein we were given this opportunity, especially for the aspirants, and also for the CEC, that is the Chief Electoral Commissioners and all the commissioners, where we were being given the sponsorship for our fees for next academic year, and that we are very much happy to see, and that is what we wish to see, and also to see that MMCT becomes one of the best institutions in Sierra Leone.
Are you looking forward to a point where perhaps you may have all of the three campuses put together being having a composite campus, like what you have at Frabe College and Jala University? Well, Jala itself, they are dispersed. You have the Freetown campus and also the Makundi campus, and the Bolton campus, having a whole campus on its own where you have the Brookfields, the Congo Cross, and Godrich as one?
Well, actually, I do believe that the status of the campus it still remains the same, and it's good at its pace because
it's nice having it like that.
no,
It's nice having it like
yes,
that.
yes, sure, because you have different courses offered in different campuses, and
Okay.
also students as well can interact with all three campuses.
Okay. Again, essentially though, one of the challenges that often face students is this aspect of cultism. Is it preeminent in all of these three campuses, and how are you looking forward to actually tackling that particular menace in society?
Well, so far so good. Beyond my experience, I've not seen any such activity, and we believe that if such activity prevails, we will try to ensure that
Are there not clubs established at Milton Magai College of Education?
not yet, because according to the previous government, there was no club or organizations, because we try to see that there be peace on each and every campuses. Because as
Or
of
are
now-
you saying on the flip side that there are existing clubs, but they never created a kind of brouhaha that may warrant a kind of public attention and decried authorities at the school, and also by extension the leadership of the student union? Is that what you're trying to say?
What I'm saying is that there are intellectual clubs or associations,
That ought to be qualified.
yes,
They are.
and we believe that they are going to be established as soon as we set up the system for student union government.
So what else? I come back to you on the question of the building blocks of unity. This is paramount and key to the existence of students in campus.
We look to see that students act as one, because that is what we're all gearing towards, and to see that it's not a matter of peace, it's not a matter of harmony, but for us to create advocacy programs to capacitate us, empower us in leadership programs.
How will you describe the current leadership under Dr. Philip Kanu, principal of the Milton Magai College of Education, in terms of his transformational impact in that college?
I would say it's a great one, because by then we had certain issues concerning the hostels, wherein we believe now, if you can go to MMCT, you can see that a lot of innovations have taken place. And also, if you look at the institutions cut across the three campuses, it is well neat and tidy, and also the aspect of peace, law abiding as well being implemented, and we are really enjoying the love of Dr. Philip Kanu's administration.
Okay, short commendation should not be seen otherwise. Bridget, let's come to the private sector growth-led development. How do you intend to actually harness your development chain in this business entrepreneurship by way of partnering, calling for more supports, and expanding on this business growth?
Okay, as I said earlier,
Have you met with the leadership of Slipper?
Yes.
It's an important export promotion agency.
Yes. As I was saying before, that what we do is food. Food is...
I'm not sure people are getting you louder.
What we do is food. Food is paramount for anybody or any animal's existence. So we work on animal feed, poultry to be specific for now. We provide poultry feed, and we support poultry farmers in Sierra Leone. As we all know, there is a lot of importation of poultry parts, chicken parts into Sierra Leone, and maybe even eggs. But we are coming in with this feed so that it will reduce importation, it will support farmers, and create new jobs or employment for the young people in Sierra Leone. So we are working on all of these sectors so that we can reduce unemployment, so that we can reduce the need for foreign exchange for importation. So partnership, we are looking at different kinds of partnership. We are looking at partnerships that will help us improve, because for you to be able to compete on the global stage, you must work on daily improvement. We are also looking at partnership that will come on maybe with technical expertise, grants, whatever. We don't mind. And we are even also looking for partnership that we're able to take our products and sell, because we work with supermarkets and shops at the moment, so we are looking out to get more, so that we want you to know that our products will always give you profit, and people actually love our products because we give excellence. It's not that when you think of made in Sierra Leone, you think
What's the
inferior
cost
products.
of this product?
All our costs are affordable, very much affordable.
It comes with a price tag. What's the
For example,
like the raw honey
this raw organic honey,
Mhm.
our own retail price is 25,000
for this?
for that one. Imagine it has.
I hope the student union president will have one.
In fact, he was so attracted that he started talking about me establishing a business in their campuses.
Okay.
Yes, we started that conversation.
He is thinking
already.
entrepreneur.
Yes. So we are looking out for different partnership, even partnership with our customers, because we are here for their convenience. Partnership with the customers, people that have poultry farms, so that they will make our feed the number one. We don't just sell feed, we sell feed that will give results. You know, every poultry farmer knows that garbage in, garbage out. We don't give in garbage, so our feed has a very high rating because it increases productivity. It brings about people wanting to buy more. So we are going. The Lambano brand is coming. It brings out the best because we know as our consumers, you deserve the best. So we ensure we give you quality, value for money, and we make sure that we give you food that brings good results for you. Okay. Not just eating to fill your stomach.
Okay. And as much as we're talking entrepreneurship here, let's go infrastructure now. The Juba Bridge that was under construction by the Second Construction Company will temporarily be commissioned by the Minister of Works and Public Assets, Peter Bayoko Conte, this morning, and open to vehicular and pedestrian traffic. My colleague George Elliott Sam was in attendance and filing this report.
The Minister of Works and Public Assets, Peter Balogo Conte, will make a temporary commissioning of the Atlantic Juba Bridge, which was under construction by one of Sierra Leone's indigenous companies, Second Construction, to vehicular and pedestrians, on Thursday, the 1st of August, 2019. Peter Balogo Conte, Minister of Works and Public Assets, made the disclosure during an on-site visit on the construction work at Juba and commended Second Construction Company for their timely delivery on the job.
Yes, I am here this morning together with the senior officials of the Minister of Works, SLRA, and the SICOM company. We are here to inspect this road because it is clear now that it is motorable. So we came here this morning to see if it is really motorable, so that tentatively we can open it to the public. And when it would have been completed, we will then invite His Excellency the President to come and open it officially. Well, from what the engineers have said, I think this road has been constructed with quality and with value for money. So we are impressed. We are impressed with the SICOM, and therefore I think we need to thank them for the job that they have done. Also because this is a local company, and as a government, this is what we want to see, to encourage and to promote. And I can assure SICOM that, like the other local companies, that is what we will do, going forward. Tentatively, it will be opened on the 1st of August, which is on Thursday. But officially, we will communicate to the public when it will be opened by His Excellency the President.
The Chief Executive Officer of SECON, Saint Papa Chineka, said the company is fully Sierra Leonean owned, that was established in 2015 to undertake civil and other engineering works across the country. And the Atlantic Juba Bridge is a test case for them to show the nation that a local company can also undertake complex civil engineering work. He commended the government of Sierra Leone through the Ministry of Works for entrusting confidence in his company and committed his company's support to the building the infrastructure of the country.
I'm very proud for being a Sierra Leonean, and I'm proud for Leka being a Sierra Leonean and also for do Sierra Leonean job. We want to prove to the general public that Sierra Leoneans can do jobs. As you said, don't see the bridge, we started this bridge some couple of months last year, and we complete the bridge in April on the first target date. We complete the bridge, but apparently you see it as a standard job we don't do. Well, the road we try for open, I mean, based on waiting the minister say and SLRA, because at the end are the custodian of roads at this country. Now then go determine when they want to let people use the road, but we don't do the road. Other jobs, then we can do the remedial job, then for do beautification of the road, like asking for put street lights, that we can do later. But now we don't do the actual roadway the road users can use now. Yes, a very big challenge because roads are for use, not for road users in canton and garage. So apparently now that's the Director General, they try to discourage that let we try to use the road so at least they not turn the road garage. Apparently yes, because this bridge bill now a very challenging. Ubila na a creek and you don't forget specific knowledge for able to work na this kind of terrain. Yes, na a very eye opener for we Sierra Leonean engineers in general that they can do the job.
The 94.2 meter long bridge and 2 kilometer road walk will temporarily open to both vehicular and pedestrians traffic on Thursday, the 1st of August 2019. For Star News in Freetown, I am George Elliott Sam reporting.
Thanks to my colleague George Elliott Sam for that report. Conclusively, we don't seem to be having much time left, Bridget. What will be a call to those who may have the intention to apply for the TEF?
Okay, I've always been promoting TF. So what you need to do in case you want to apply, you're an entrepreneur, the first thing you need is to have a business idea. Check your business idea, refine. There is still more time before the call opens. You can still do research, see whether your business is scalable, it is doable, and it's an innovative idea. Now the competition is getting stiffer. At the time I applied in 2017, it was 97,000 people. Now it's over 200,000 people applying every year. Remember, it's the whole of Africa. Everybody can apply. So you need to come out with an idea that will wow the panelists, that they believe will be scaled up, will employ more people so that you can be selected. Do more research, study more, because we want to put Sierra Leone on the map. Places like Kenya, they get over 100 awards. Places like even Guinea, Liberia, they all get awards. But sometimes it's either people from Sierra Leone don't apply enough, or our ideas are not like enough to wow them. This year we got like 6. So we want to see next year moving forward, we want to get at least 20. So if everybody with a business idea applies, research your idea, and then you can be the next winner. It comes with so many opportunities. Imagine TF, whole of Africa, linked with Europe and America mentors. It is such a very huge platform that you can sell or do anything as long as your idea is important. And I also want to say thank you to UBA for selecting me for the marketplace. I know a lot of people applied from all over Africa and even Sierra Leone, but I was selected, and I believe I did not disappoint the people that selected me, because I went and flew green, white and blue flag very high.
In a situation where people demand to get some of this product, where can they get you? Okay, we have an outlet at Wilberforce, King Street. You can stand from Congo Cross and see our place. It's a blue gate. It's 14 Wilberforce Road, King Street. From the Congo Cross axis, easy to access. And also if you are coming from the Wilberforce axis, it's after the Fraser Davis Drive on your right. Also, you can reach us on +232 76 301 695. 232 76 301 695. You can put in your order. We also deliver within Freetown. Okay, Anthony, I will imagine while you were delivering your victory speech at the college auditorium, what were some of the things that you related to this student?
Actually, I talked about my vision, which is quality education, accountability and transparency, empowerment, sponsorship, and that students should see each one as a way to love each one another and to take their studies serious, and to ensure that we abide by the rules and regulations, and also to see that where there needs to be improvements, let them lay their fears amicably so that we can ensure that we address them respectively.
Okay. Excuse me, Ms. Anthony Durin, the Student Union President for the Milton Magai College of Education. There's with 3 campuses put together, who defeated the other 2 contestants on the 26th July 2019 Student Union President election. I want to thank you so much for sparing your time being part of this program, and to you, Bridget Modupe, thanks for flying the flag of Sierra Leone high during the TEF. I'm looking forward to you doing more for this country, and by way of expansion on your business venture. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I want to take this opportunity to give my card, because we have started already talking about establishing my business,
creating linkages
in their campuses, and I'm going to work with these young people. So it's a pleasure, sir.
That's great.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, that's how I do that. The curtain in today's edition of the program. My name is Abdul Rahman Kamal. Have a wonderful day.